Kellen Moore, Tom Pelissero, was introduced as the new HC of the New Orleans Saints and was asked the multi-million-dollar question about whether Derek Carr is going to be the Week 1 starter. Here's his answer.
Yeah, Derek's a tremendous quarterback in this league. I've had so much respect for him, the journey that he's been on. He's a starter in this league. He's a premier player in this league. He's had a great journey, obviously going from Fresno State to the Raiders and now here. Really excited to team up with him and go through this process. And so just like any player on this roster, I just got here a few days ago, and I'm excited to go through this journey with all of them.
Following up on Derek, do you view that as you guys have a decision to make at quarterback, or you view it as Derek Carr as the quarterback?
I view it as Derek Carr is a tremendous starting quarterback in this league. We're fortunate to have him.
Wow.
And we're excited to go through this process, as we build this roster together. Again, I'm meeting these guys for the first time the last few days. Really excited to meet more of them, and this will be a lot of fun.
I mean, that answer is as non-answery by giving an actual answer as I've heard in quite some time, because one would think when he's sitting down with Mickey Loomis and Gail Benson, the conversation of what are we doing with Derek is brought up. And for him to basically say, I'm beginning a process with him, that's my reading of the tea leaves. You would know more of the tea, so spill it. Tom.
There are guarantee mechanisms in Derek Carr's contract. As part of this, there would be a potential restructure if he stays. I would also tell you this. There are a lot of people. Remember, a ton of coaches watch Saints tape this offseason, right? Yeah. Because they have head coaching vacancy and people are studying the roster. I heard a lot of positive things from those coaches about Spencer Rattler when they went through the tape and they saw a guy who looks like he can be a potential future starter in the league. Last year, I was at the Monday night game when they got shut out by the Packers. And, I mean, Spencer Rattler was throwing to literally one of the coaches walked up to me pregame, and I'm like, how's Spence doing? He goes, he's doing good. He's got to meet these guys he's throwing to tonight. But, literally, they were down to the nubs of practice squad guys. MVS was out that night. I mean, their entire team was hurt. They had no offensive line, no wide receivers. But the tape for Rattler was pretty good. When you're maxed out on the cap and you've got an older, expensive roster like the Saints do, you would think that points toward keep the veteran quarterback, weak-ish division, just go try to win. But if saying we're going to roll with Rattler and move on from Derek Carr saves you some money and gives you more flexibility to build out the rest of the roster, I think you got to consider it. And Derek Carr's got to consider where he wants to be next year too, because one way or another, there would have to, in all likelihood, be a restructure involved in him coming back. Credit to Kellen Moore. He's already got the part of listening to what the Greg Bensels and Doug Millers of the world are telling you. Make sure you're right down the middle on this thing. He nailed that part of it. But the reality is there's some things that they're going to have to talk to and figure out what direction they're going.
So Derek Carr could go back to Vegas and Sam Darnold back to the Jets. Boom. There you go, 2025.
And Rodgers back to the Packers to back up Jordan Love.
No, that one I don't think.
Why wouldn't the Jets go after Derek Carr?
They tried to. They told him he was going to be a Hall of Famer if he went there. And Aaron Rodgers was on the screen.
The connective tissue, though, with Derek Carr, there was Todd Downing, who had coached him with the Raiders, and Todd's now the receivers coach for the Patriots. So I don't know that the Jets are back in the Derek Carr bucket. I'm not saying it's impossible, but probably less likely this time around than it was a couple of years ago.
Now you want Derek Carr as a backup like you forgot Joe Milton won you that final game of the year? Don't forget, man. That was the Joe Milton game. Don't forget the Joe Milton game. Somebody would trade us a
first-round pick for Joe Milton. Be honest, Tom.
A first-round pick?
Second.
How about a third?
High second.
Sold. Look at you.
Joe Milton's one of the most physically impressive guys you'll ever stand
next to.
100
yards.
He is just a gigantic human with a huge arm. Yeah, and he played well preseason and then that final game.
That's what I was about to say. All you need to know about Joe Milton is look where the Patriots are drafting. Third overall. They're not second overall. They're not first overall. The Joe Milton game is just like the Frank Gore game for the Jets all those years ago. Cost him Trevor Lawrence.
The man is coping because he lost Alex Bregman.
I'm not coping.
It's all comes back
I don't
to
need
Alex
to cope.
Bregman.
How dare you? Sorry to drag you down to our level, Tom. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.